Hello, this is Xander Turon, and we are back with the second game of the 11th BTR Flash Tournament. Today we will be having Greyhound on the blue team with a Scandinavia mixed deck against Random on the red team with a non-Soviet Warsaw Pact mixed deck. Alright, let's begin. So yeah, these are both fairly solid decks we have here. So an Eastern Bloc deck like Random has can easily put out a lot of moto shoots, in which are very solid, cost-effective infantry. While recently the Scandinavian decks have had their infantry nerfed slightly in terms of cost efficiency by having their Government 90 nerfed to 15 points. However, they still have some pretty solid infantry. Anyway, let's see what we're starting out with. Alright. So looks like we're going to be starting out with some infantry on the bottom here for Random. Let's see. Can't tell what's in these ones. Let's take some recon infantry, as well as probably some Danish infantry in there. Most likely Stormers. Well, not Stormers, Dragoner. And then going north for Random, we have, looks like, some armor, AA, command jeep, and a lot of recon infantry, or 2 infantry, and some moto shoots in. Going north for Greyhound, we have, so we're going to have probably some Gevarnmen. Ooh, STRV 121, that could be dangerous. And a AA vehicle with the rover with the RBS 9. It's a fairly solid anti-air jeep, and an automatic, which, so long as it doesn't get wiped out by seed, can be pretty effective in both the anti-air and the anti-ground roll. Command infantry in the helicopter, that may be going for an early land grab, depending on what he's using with it. Here, going center. Not a whole lot going center, just looks like 1 infantry unit. Or 2 infantry units. Command APC. And an STRV 105, which is a fairly solid medium tank for Sweden. I can into geography. Oh, Greyhound making fun of Random there. Okay. Oh, yeah, he remembered to land his command infantry. Alright, looks like he's going for this forest here for Random. That would be a pretty good position, unless he just wants to stop off in the town instead. Yeah, looks like a fairly even split so far. Okay, so yeah, he's putting some infantry into this town here. Probably has some LSTR 40 in those SPW 80s. Yep, got 1 unit of Mo shoots in, yep, and LSTR 40. Alright, looks like they're both stopped up in these opposite blocks of trees. Don't know what the other team has on their opposite side, so they don't want to be over aggressive, but he is scouting with his truck there. Looks like we're going to be seeing a fair bit of action up here in Golf. Yep, blew up the truck. Now, oh, looks like he's pushing with that. Could be dangerous with that. Oh wait, nope. Looks like he remembered to drop it off. Oh, yep. He turned that machine gun off just in time. Otherwise, that would have given his position away. Oh, Live Garden. There we go. That was what I was looking for. That's the shock, isn't it? Yep. I don't use Scandinavian decks very often, so I can't remember all their different options they have available to them. Looks like he has eyes in this block of buildings. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Buildings. Make sure he doesn't try flanking down through here. And Greyhound is moving some infantry up, which unless random reinforces him, that could be trouble. He could easily take this position and then try and push reinforcements in to secure it. However, random does have better access to Bravo. Meanwhile, up here in Gulf, they're engaging. Got some FSK. That can be dangerous with their Eric's missile launcher if they get close to those whelks. Meanwhile, the Live Garden with their MG3s are definitely chewing up those motor shoots, and especially in this forest combat. Oh, and we have the STRV-121 moving in. That is going to be trouble for those whelks. Especially if you can get the first shot off. Ooh, and a hit from the Eric's. That is definitely going to leave a mark. But they do have a Moderna, which is, well, it doesn't have the best gun in the game. It is a fairly tough tank. Alright, looks like Greyhound has nominal control of Gulf right now, but they're still kind of creating a bit of a salient position here. He is surrounded on 3 sides, which could be dangerous. Meanwhile, in Foxtrot, it just looks like some minor skirmishes between their reconnaissance elements. Well, if he's pushing his motor shoots in, I don't think he knows that the Live Garden are there, so that could be trouble. Oh. And he has some rocket planes coming in. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, it looks like that's gonna get away with it. Oop, and a Syria 30 coming for that STRV-121. However, it looks like he loses line of sight and it's gonna get, oh yeah, automatic. Really basically can hurt anything in the game so long as it has line of sight. Especially Janotsky, that's a pretty good little elite reconnaissance squad. However, it might not be the most useful in this situation, but these are both better players than I am, so I'm gonna, you know, they can do what they want to do. Looks like he's doing a little reconnaissance by truck down this road. And they both walked their infantry right past each other. That could be interesting. Yeah, it looks like most of it's still up here. FSK picking off anything that wanders by. Bring in more infantry. Oh, CV-9030, that's a pretty solid infantry fighting vehicle. Doesn't have an ATGM, but that gun and armor on it is nothing that can be ignored. Yeah, those Mo shoots and walked right into that. However, that Moderna can definitely cause trouble. Yep. Bring the gun and the autocannon, it's definitely gonna make those FSK regret their life choices. Up, and another rocket plane coming in. Oh, and it gets whacked by AA. That one managed to stun the LVK, however that automatic is going to knock it out. Oh, and then that, did it get the... Oh, he turned off his automatic before the seed could get it, now he's going to turn it back on, and that is the end of that Su-22. Oh, nope. It's not gone. Well, looks like this Mo shoots and is going on an adventure. If Greyhound doesn't notice that in time, it could definitely cause trouble. So this is continuing to bring in some more infantry, and he does have control of Foxtrot, which is right now he does have between Foxtrot and Gulf. He has a +2 point acquisition advantage, which, while not hugely massive, will tick up over time. Ooh. And his FSK squad does manage to make it out of that in one piece, but they are panicked, and if he doesn't get them out into cover soon, they might get picked apart. They don't seem to have noticed each other passing each other there, but he is moving up his Falskumjäger there. Probably going to move it into these buildings here. Right up. A fair amount of stuff there, but the STRV-121 is picking off anything that shows up. However, it is on 1 HP, so he has to pull that back and repair it, otherwise he's going to lose it. That would be a massive loss for him. Oh, there's a plane coming. Oh, Weigen with the Mjolnir. It's probably one of the best cluster bombers in the game, if not the best, just due to the 10 AP that those cluster bombs have. It can definitely cause trouble if he drops it in there. Oh, and he gets away, but he loses the plane. Ooh, looks like he missed his mark. It's a shame. And he lost the plane, so it really did not pay off very well for him. Meanwhile, these Livgarden are just continuing to chew up any moto shoots that they come across. He has a lot of firepower back here that he could bring forward, but it looks like he's holding it back. Probably going to wait for Random to try and push into him. Oh, looks like he has found the moto shoots, and they are getting... They cause a lot of trouble for these, whatever these guys are here. However, looks like they might finish off this squad. Is that a recon vehicle? Nope. It's a fire support vehicle, that's what it is. Oh, yes. Random's bringing up a command tank. I guess that's for trying to sneak it up into here into Foxtrot. Or maybe he's going to put it in this corner here. Oh, it looks like the PNMK finished it off. Yeah, it looks like he's just going to put it in this corner of Foxtrot here. Keep down that point loss that he's currently at. Looks like he was trying to sneak these guys around, but they got spotted. And oh, and down goes the automatic. And I think this one's gonna get away. Yep. Oh wait. Yep. And it gets away with some damage. And it looks like he knocked out the automatic. That's gonna be a... That is definitely going to put Greyhound in a vulnerable position to airstrikes. Yep, he looks like he has very little AA left here. All he has is the LKV-90. I mean, the LVKV-90. Which, while not a bad anti-air vehicle, it is only an anti-air gun, so it does have a limited range against airplanes. Now, Moderna is still alive and kicking. However, it is out of autocannon ammunition, so it's going to be slightly reduced effectivity against infantry. Plus STRV-121 is still on perilously low health, so he has to keep an eye on it, but it looks like he is bringing in another supply truck for it. And another automatic, so he can continue to keep his airspace clear. Oh, moving up to Moderna. Interesting position. They both have a lot of units in behind, and they're looks like Random's getting ready to do a big push into him. And, yep, Greyhound is bringing up a command squad for Bravo. Once he does that, and he can keep it secure, that is going to be back to +2 for him. But Random is bringing in a command infantry squad for Golf, which if he can do that, that's going to even out the points. So, yep, captured Bravo. However, it's soon going to go down to only +1 by the looks of it. Alright, sorry, it's coughing there for a bit. Had to mute my microphone. Oh, that FSK squad isn't in a position where it can possibly locate that. Oh, but he has been spotted. So that's not going to last very much longer. Meanwhile, he does have that Su-22 kicking around in the back. So that, if he doesn't turn off that automatic, or keep it off, it could be in trouble. Oh, looks like we're going to see some action here pretty soon. Looks like he's going to be dropping a command squad, a recon squad up there in the mountains, probably some specialini. Oh. Took out the LKV-90, the LVKV-90, but he is evacuating it and he's going to get wrecked by that automatic. And I think that might be all of his seed planes on Random's team, because I think right now you can only have 2. Unless he took 2 cards of seed, both the East German and the Polish one. Oh, got some planes going out. A Puff and a Weigen. Probably going for the Moderner again. Or he's going for the command tank. Oh, he knocked down A with the Puff and the Weigen. Both of them get away. And he knocked out the command T-72, which brings him to +3. Random's really going to want to get that command squad into Gulf as soon as he can, otherwise he's definitely going to bleed points. And Greyhound definitely has Bravo fairly well secured, which is going to be hard for Random to crack. However, it could be trouble if he brings this MTLB around. He might be able to catch the command infantry unawares. But he's not aware of the exact location of it, so it's not like he knows he can do that. Oh, that CV-90 is definitely doing work against an Mi-17. However, he did get a lot of those 122mm rockets, and those are very powerful, especially against infantry and anything that's lightly armored. Meanwhile, that automatic is being the automatic, and it is doing damage against anything that it can see. So he wants to be careful, otherwise he's going to drive it out in front of that Moderna. Speaking of which, the Moderna has gone down. Took a hit from the SRV-121, and then a hit from the FSK's Erix. Oh, let's hope Random remembers he has this Mi-25 with the recon squad in it. Though I don't know how much good that's going to be able to do right now. Still has some action going on here. Random probably has a fairly good idea of where the command squad is going to be, because there's not a lot of places for it could possibly be. Ooh, a Fighting Falcon. That could do a lot of damage if it hits. Oh, he's trying to get his infantry away, but nope. Looks like those guys went down, but the Special Elf player is still there, albeit panicked. Meanwhile, these guys are caught out in the open over here, and that's going to be trouble. Unless he drives his autocannon there into them. But the Falconeer is still going to be able to do some damage with their machine gun. And it looks like they took out the NTLB before it could spot or do damage to the command infantry, but he is moving them just to be safe. Meanwhile, up here, it's still pretty much a stalemate. He's got his command infantry into it. So he's not gaining, the Greyhound's not gaining any points. But he still has a +2 lead. If that keeps going, he's going to win in probably about pretty soon. He's unloaded his his recon infantry. However, it's not going to be very useful there, so he does have to move it down, but it might be a case of too little too late. However, that Mi-25 could be dangerous if he goes and takes out that command centurion right there. Oh, Looks like he's moving his command infantry. Looks like they're in danger of being spotted. Oh, they have been seen. He ran them right into those XA-186s. Yeah. Greyhound's pretty close winning. Oh, that automatic might see that Mi-25 and take it out. Oh, looks like, yeah, it's probably been spotted now. The question is, what exactly is he doing with all of this? Is it just a panic thing he brought out to take it out, I'm guessing? Oh, took 2 missiles, but it's still kicking, and the Puff finishes it off. And there goes Random's final Hail Mary, because looks like he is not going to be pulling a win out of this. Yeah, looks like Greyhound has definitely secured a decisive advantage here, and this game is not going to be long before it's over. Hope he's bringing out his MiG-29, see if he can knock those out. So up close against him, it could take a fair bit of damage. Looks like he's going to evac that. The Puff is staying to fight, though don't know how much it's going to be due. Oh, he's evacuating. Yep, they're both out of there. Ooh, and it looks like he actually sniped the command in Echo, so that's a +5 for Greyhound. Yep. Don't want to call it prematurely, but I'm definitely going to say Greyhound has a decisive lead. Now he's just running transports into his tanks. Maybe he's just being kind, trying to buff Random's kill death loss, I don't know. His kill death ratio, that's what I'm looking for. So, looks like the Special Needy Jednotski have made contact with the command squad. Looks like he might end up taking them out, but it's good. Once again, it's just gonna be too little, too late. Yep, and that's game over. Alright, so that was a fairly decisive victory for Greyhound, I'll say. That's basically it. He won, 500 victory points to 0, almost 2-1 kills to losses. That's... You don't get much more decisive than that. That's definitely a total victory for Greyhound. Not much else that can be said. Looks like Random played that a little bit too conservatively. But then again, I'm not exactly in the best position to criticize his gameplay because I am 95% sure he's a better player than I am. So that's all that can be said. I hope you enjoyed the video. I am Xander Chiron, and you guys have a lovely day.